No.
And thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Other People Show, Friday, March 28th, 2025 at 10:53 p.m. on 92.5 WLSD The Vault. And this is the last show of the month.
Oh no.
I can't believe, really, if you think about it, that we're already over 3 months of the 2025.
It's flown by, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, I think, in my opinion, for me, January went by really slow.
Yeah.
But
we were all snowed in.
we were snowed.
It went by
February was snow plus floods.
Yep.
And I think March has been okay so far, hasn't it?
It's been pretty good. Yeah, it's been pretty warm, ain't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think so, too. Now, do you all like the warmer weather?
Yeah.
Or you do?
Yeah.
I like it where we're at right now.
In
60, 70.
Yeah.
We only get it, for about 2 months out every year. Like one month in the spring, 1 month in the fall. Otherwise, we're burning up or freezing.
Yeah. Now, do you all, I know that obviously we can't control the weather, but is your all's moods better? You feel like a lot better when it's warmer?
Yeah.
I do too. Like, even if you're sad, it's better to be sad when it's warmer outside than sad when it's cold or icy or rain.
Yeah.
Because that sunshine's essential.
Yes.
For happiness.
Yes. Now, we had just got finished doing Real Talk, Dead Silence. So, what are some of your all's other favorite scary dolls, horror dolls? I know a couple people had mentioned Chucky.
Chucky and Annabelle.
Now, what about the new Chucky? Did you watch the new Child's Play movie?
That was dumb.
It was awful.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
A glitched app.
That's not cool.
And then having a CGI Chucky?
Yeah.
That wasn't...
Dude, have you watched any of the show?
I haven't. Is it awful or good?
No, it's good, but it's weird because there's like 500 different Chuckies that they all have their own personality.
You know what? I'd read something about that.
There's a really nice one. There's a just dark evil one. There's one that's just like, don't tick me off or I'll do something, but otherwise we're friends. And then there's a girl. It's crazy.
Like the different
it's
Deadpools.
Yeah, it's all over the place, man.
Multiverse of Chuckies.
Yeah.
Well, isn't the girl, Jennifer Tilly, the blonde, isn't she the one in Bride of Chucky? Isn't she in it also?
Yeah.
Is she the same character as well?
Yeah, Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Tiffany
Yeah.
Tilly.
No, it's funny how they started off like Child's Play 1, 2, and 3. And then it segued off to, what, Seed of Chucky? Or was Bride of Chucky first?
Bride of Chucky.
Okay.
And then Seed of Chucky. And then...
That's the only ones I've seen. Just those.
Really?
Yeah, I've not seen... Well, I've seen the new one. Well, the newer one that the newer movie, I didn't like it.
Yeah, it's the one where I see her.
Nobody did.
Yeah, and also, what really upsets me in that new one as well is when that little kid, when he accidentally gives that gift to the lady and it's his mother's boyfriend's skull.
Oh, yeah.
And he accidentally gives it to her as a gift. He could have easily not given that to her. That was pointless.
You know,
I thought
know why they did that? Because at the end of Child's Play, it was either 1 or 2, after they chopped Chucky up, there was this present that showed up at the end of the movie at the kid's birthday party. And
it was that?
It was an arm. It was Chucky's arm, and it jumped out of the box and grabbed his neck, and that's when the movie ended.
And the new one?
No, this was back in one of the old ones. That's why they did the whole thing with the present.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
Well, wow. Okay, well, I guess I understand now. But yeah, I don't even... It's been a long time since I've watched...
They didn't capture the same feeling.
No.
At all.
No, not at all. And the only thing... There was like a... wasn't it kind of a bloodbath at the... Was it the mall or something at the end of it?
Are you talking about...
Like the newer one? Where's the... No, it's in a factory.
Yeah, it's in a factory.
Yeah. It... I don't know, I just didn't care for the newer one. I don't think when they turn like little things like that into like CGI things completely, I don't think they do a good job.
No. They're lazy about it, it seems like.
And I mean, like the originals, like some of the things you can tell, like in the original. I think the original Child Play holds up pretty well.
Oh yeah.
They didn't have any CGI, and I don't think anything looks, from memory anyway. I don't remember last time I saw it, but I don't remember it looking like it was cheesy.
The only thing that ever looked cheesy to me was whenever he was in the mall and was trying to, get his soul out of the doll, and Charles, whatever his name was.
Charles Lee Ray.
He was trying to take Andy's body over.
Yeah.
And the clouds come over the mall.
Yes.
That looked a little bit cheesy, but I mean.
That's in the first one, isn't it? The very first one? You know, they used to do that a lot in 80s and 90s movies. Like when something bad, the clouds would come. I forgot about that. I agree with you there. What about some other horror movie dolls?
Do you remember the movie Dolls from the 80s?
Somebody had messaged and said that to me, and I see the poster of it now.
I feel like I remember that one scaring me when I was little.
The poster looks pretty creepy. It's got, this particular poster looks like a female doll doing its hands like this, dark hair, but there's no eyeballs in the eye sockets.
These are some of the dolls from it.
Oh, holy crap. Yeah, I gotta watch that one.
Okay.
It's from 87.
Yeah, 1987. That might be one to check out. My sister had said a movie. Well, she said the doll Robert, and I thought that it was a movie, but she was referring to a museum.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that museum is based on the movie, or the movie's probably the movie based on that museum, I would imagine. The Boy, we have Dead Silence. Megan, did you all watch Megan?
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch that one, David? That's it's pretty recently. It is a 2022 movie where this woman's like creating a friend.
Oh, okay. It's yeah.
And the friend becomes overprotective.
Yeah, Avery likes that one a lot, and I heard they're making a second.
They are.
Yeah, she's going.
Have you all not watched that one?
No, I didn't.
It's a good one.
I wasn't
I watched
interested
I
in
haven't
it.
seen it.
Maybe that could be one for the future. It's a good one. It's a really good one. We have The Boy, and there's so many that's popping up here. Puppet Master. Have you ever watched that before?
A long time ago.
Was it scary? But they're little, aren't they? Aren't they like real? Like couldn't you kick them? Are they that small?
I feel like even those could be scary though.
Yeah, that's true. Because I mean, I'm looking at the poster of the Puppet Master, 1989, and that's actually a film series.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Like
got
a short series?
It's got four movies to it. Ooh. The Puppet Master. And the very first, I don't know if this is the original poster, but it has Puppet Master in kind of 80s lettering. This puppet, it's got like the hat that, I don't even know what the hat's called, but it's like the hat, like a pilgrim's hat.
Kind of? Like
It's that picture. And it looks like, what is that? Like a sharp blade?
Oh, I've seen that.
Have you seen that?
Yeah,
I feel like that's the most memorable.
my ex-stepdad was obsessed with that. He
With the Puppet Master?
Yeah, he had a poster of it in his bedroom. I'll never
Of that?
forget that. Yeah.
Of that poster?
Yeah. It was the actual movie poster. He was from Baltimore.
Okay.
And, yeah, he got to see... For some reason, dude, he said that movies would come over there, like in the movie theater. They would come out like a week or two before they would come out over here.
They would. They do.
So
bigger city.
Yeah.
So he saw a lot of those early on.
Yeah.
Now I've never seen the Puppet Master. I've only seen the movie trailer for it. There's quite a few others. Dollhouse. A lot of Chucky movies. The Doll. Annabelle, what about, did we say we like those Annabelle movies? Have you all watched those?
I think I've seen the first one.
How
many are there?
How many are there, Jeremiah, the Annabelle movies?
Annabelle itself, there's Annabelle, Annabelle the Creation, Annabelle Comes Home. So I think there's 3 Annabelle movies, but there's 2 Conjuring movies. The Nun ties into it. Insidious. They've got up to chapter 3, and they're bringing out The Conjuring 3.
This has a lot. It's got
The Last Rites
Curse of
or something. I think.
Rona.
Yeah, The Curse of La Llorona.
That's a good one. That's a pretty
is.
decent
And
one.
then
So I'm looking up right now because all those are in the Conjuring universe, aren't they?
Yeah.
So if you want to watch those in chronological order, it says The Nun is the first one, Annabelle Creation's the second one, The Nun 2 is the third one, and I'm looking at that Nun 2's face,
Yeah.
and it creeps me out almost as much as Mary Shaw.
So, yeah, dude, that's who she reminds me of. Like, it's so creepy. But you know, they say, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's a lot of people that say, I think it's The Curse of La Llorona. It's a part of the Conjuring universe, they call it, but I don't think it actually directly ties in with any story.
Does it not?
Yeah.
See, I've only
It's
seen
just,
I've only seen it once. We've got number 4, Annabelle. Number
It
5,
just-
The Conjuring.
Yeah, it just ended up a part of the Conjuring universe for some reason, and it really doesn't
Tie in at all?
anything to any movie.
Annabelle Come Home at number 6. The Curse of La Llorona is number 7. So The Conjuring 2, number 8. The Conjuring The Devil Made Me Do It, number 9.
Oh, that was a creepy one.
And yeah,
The Devil Made Me Do It. I think that's the one where what's the two main people in that? The ghost hunters. Daggone, I'm
the-
having a brain fart.
what are they called?
It's what the whole daggone series is based off of, and I can't remember their names.
I can't either.
It starts with an L, their last names. Pretty sure.
It's what
Lorraine's. Lorraine.
in The Conjuring?
Burning?
Is it
Warrens.
Warren?
The Warrens.
The Warrens.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lorraine Warren and
Lorraine,
Ed Warren.
Okay. I got you.
And they actually were real
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
as well.
They're all of that stuff's supposed to be like based off true events, not based off a true story.
Right.
There's a big difference in that.
No, I did watch. I was managing at the movie theater, and I did watch Insidious number 2 in the theater completely alone about 2 a.m.
That was stupid.
It scared me. It scared me. I shut it off halfway through, and I went home. I really did. And it was just, I was putting the movie together, and I was like, I wanted to make sure it's run properly before the next day. So I was like, well, I'll just watch it, because I would often do that, but it just happened to be, 1:32 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was sitting in there, and if you've been down here to the Norton Theater, it's a big open space when you go in, and then you've got the theaters. But when you're there by yourself, it's creepy.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
it's
I guarantee it.
extremely creepy. And
Did you work at that one?
I worked at that one, and I worked at the when Coburn when it was there. I managed there, and the one that used to be across from Wendy's.
Oh, I missed the Lost Theater.
Yeah, I worked there as well.
Oh yeah, the one
I
beside
miss
Wendy's.
I think that's where I watched Harry Potter the first time.
Yeah, Harry
Oh,
Potter.
shoot.
And the
Yeah,
whole theater was filled with people. And that was an experience.
yeah. There was a lot of fun working there. That's one of my favorite jobs at the Wise one and the Coburn one too.
That would be a fun job.
Because basically, when I moved up to DC, when I worked at Projection, I got hired as a manager up there, and they were like, the projectionists quit that week, so they had nobody that knew how to do it. And I was like, it was up in DC, and I was like, well, I know how to do it. So I went up there and I did it for a little while, like maybe a week or two. They couldn't find anyone else, and they were like, do you just want to do projection instead of managing? And I said, yes.
Heck yeah.
Because I didn't have to deal with anybody. All I did was operate the movies, make sure, they play, sound's on, lights are out, put them together, take them apart. And I usually watch 3 movies a day. That was it. Yeah.
Bro, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. And then I worked at the radio station at
It's kind
nighttime.
of like working at the bowling alley, bro. When I worked out
Oh, yeah,
there,
yeah.
you know what I did?
Played PS3.
I played
back.
Guitar.
Guitar Hero?
I played guitar and I played Xbox 360, and whenever they said, we got a 5-10 on 3, I'd go out there and push a bowling ball that was stuck, or I'd go out there and grab a pin that fell over the wrong way.
Now you were saying, did you have to get down
Really
we
low?
had
Like when we had a blackout, yeah, now that was scary. We had to have like floor jacks to jack them things up that hold the pins.
Yeah.
And we would have to, all you had to do after you did that was hit the reset button, set the pins back, and take all the bowling balls out of the rack that was on it. And then you could go back under it, undo your jacks, take them out from under it, and go back and hit that reset button again.
So
Ball game, 10 minutes, dude.
So was that job what, like, had you been behind where the bowling, like?
Oh yeah,
had
that's
you
where
been,
I played Xbox at.
No, I mean before you worked there, had you been back there?
Oh no, it was weird.
Was it
was
what
a
you
lot
expected?
different back there. No,
Really?
no. It looks like every one of them has basically a gigantic car motor, dude. It's got a motor
Really?
with it's even called a serpentine belt.
Okay.
Same thing that's on a car motor that runs the power steering pump and the starter, alternator, all
Yeah.
that crankshaft. Yeah, it's the same exact thing.
Now, could you stand up back there, or did you have to bend down?
Oh, back in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we had ladders to get to the machines. Each machine has a ladder on it, and you have to stand up on this platform before you can even start working on it.
Really?
Yeah. We had plenty of room.
Okay.
There were 3 other rooms back there that had an Xbox, one had a guitar, and the other one was just for storing parts. That's where we would go and smoke cigarettes at.
Huh.
Wasn't supposed to, but
Hey.
I don't work there no
Jeremiah
more.
being the rebel. What about you, David? What's have you had any kind of your what's some of your one of your favorite jobs that you may have had over the years?
I don't know. Here lately, I'd say my favorite one recently was working at Wood Booger.
Uh huh.
I really liked working with the people. You meet some really crazy customers, and then it also had a claw machine. One all kinds of little stuffed animals that I took with the music festival with me last year and gave out.
So you're pretty good at the claw machine?
You can't beat him. I'm telling you, give him about $2 in quarters, you'll get about $50 in stuffed animals.
Really?
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Dude, he
the
won me
claw
so
machine,
many hats.
the claw machine at the gas station on Answerville,
Uh-huh.
the Hillbilly gas station.
Yeah.
I used to, back whenever it was only a quarter per play, me and Jeremiah would go down there and I'd spend like $2 playing on it. And he'd come out there with like new sunglasses, new hat.
We should have brought you on the cruise because they had the claw machine, but they had money, stacks of money in there.
Oh, sir, excuse me, what? I've
Yes.
been trying to figure out where those are at.
Yes, they're on the cruise ship.
Hey, there's one at Mike's gas station. That you know the little things where you drop the quarters in, and it's got the
Oh,
little
the
things.
Where it pushes-
David,
yeah.
they've got coin rolls, like quarter coin rolls wrapped in $100 bill,
Huh.
and like dude, I've put about $8 worth of quarters in there, and I'm so close. But it looks like
No.
nobody else plays that machine because it's not moved
Right.
since I've played.
It's right where you left it.
Yeah.
No, I guarantee you somebody's playing. Somebody will come in there with $20 to $30 one day and clean it out.
Oh yeah. Oh no, they'll make
They
it out good.
do that at the Hillbilly gas station too.
Have you tried the little slot machines they've got and stuff? The gas stations.
Once. Yeah, there's a
Algorithm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Now-
There's this one lady that used to come in and play all the time, would win thousands of dollars off in things.
Good gravy.
She came
Doing
in
her
once.
math.
Yeah, she came in once, spent $20, walked out there with $1,600.
Oh wow.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, just off one win.
No, they used to have, if I remember correctly, at the bowling alley, they had a little, like a game room back there.
Yeah.
But now it seems to be opened. Is it open now? Like open space? Because it used to be its own room. I don't know if it's still its own room.
No, they've got all the games over there to the left now. As soon as you walk in, you walk to the left, everything's sitting over there, the pool table.
So it's not its own room anymore.
No.
No.
So did you ever go back there when it was its own
Yeah.
room?
When I was little.
And do they still, is the snack place open or closed?
They've got like nachos and, basic chips and stuff. But
Hot dog.
other than that, yeah.
They used to have like chili cheese fries that were back
Nope.
there, corn dogs.
They don't do none of that no more.
Really?
Nope.
Now I do remember up there they used to have a lot of cool like arcade games.
They still got some pretty good ones. Not horrible. They got a couple little racing games, and they got a punching machine.
Like Cruising USA.
yeah,
Ever played that
they
one?
do have
I had Cruising USA for the 64.
64. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's a cool game. I always remember finding that one pretty cool. They used to have a Ninja Turtles game up there.
Yeah.
X-Men.
I ain't got none of that.
Oh
stuff
no,
no
they
more.
ain't got nothing like that.
So,
Yeah.
a
They
couple
never
claw
will
machines, horribly calibrated deer hunting games.
Yeah, it really does.
Is it a big buck hunter? Is it that one?
Yes, and it's absolutely just insane, dude. You can shoot him right in the shoulder, and it'll tell you shot him in the butt.
I remember back when I was in high school, that's where like all the kids would hang out. And
Yeah.
I think they eventually were like, no more teenagers.
Yeah.
And like went
Cousin Trouble.
Yeah, they basically
Yeah.
like it's hard to get there just for like public play. It's always league play or they're not open.
Are they open every single day?
Supposed to be, I thought.
Are they?
The bowling alley?
Yeah.
No, they're, let's see. League night is Tuesday and Thursday, and then they close early them nights just because of league. But I think on Sunday they're closed, and Monday they open from like I think 2 to 4. But if you're not in a league, good luck getting in there.
Getting the lane.
Yeah, because all them leagues, they've already got their games set up and stuff. And
No, I was in a league there one time, like in 2012, and it was fun. I enjoyed it, but it seemed to last forever. It was such a long season. It was like
oh yeah,
6 months.
man. Yeah, if you've got a good team, you're going to be in there about all year.
It was a big commitment. So I only did it that one time.
Yeah,
Do you all bowl at all?
I haven't been in a really long time.
I've not been bowling in a long time.
Probably
I think,
better
I
go to like the
think
Pinnacle
Jeremiah
or
had
something.
Ollie, his son Oliver, a
Yeah,
birthday party there, and I think that was the last time I went.
Yeah,
you were there.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, that's probably the last time you was around Heather, wasn't
No, it wasn't Oliver's birthday party. I forgot. It was Levi's.
Levi's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel's baby.
Yeah.
Huh. Makes me think of. Have you ever seen this bowling movie called Kingpin? It's got. Let's see, Bill Murray's in it. It's got. I'm trying to think. Woody Harrelson.
Oh, man.
Wait, you mean to tell me that?
It's
Okay, they played in a movie together, and yet they come back in Zombieland together.
Yeah. Bill Murray's the nemesis
I didn't
bowler.
realize.
So
Okay.
Woody Harrelson, he's kind of his character is really dumb and stupid, and he loses. He's a high school champion, but he loses his hand pushing like somebody. He's trying to gamble at like a bowling game.
Yeah.
And they realize, oh, we recognize you. You're the high school champion. So they punish him by putting his hand down the bowling thing and cuts off his hand. But it's for comedy effect. So he ends up, wearing this
Yeah,
rubber
it's real
hand,
Funny.
and he wears this rubber hand. And I forget his name, but he tries to teach this Amish guy, Randy Quaid, how to win at bowling because he wants to redeem himself.
Yeah.
And then Bill Murray's the guy that they bowl against, who happens to be the guy who got Roy's hand chopped
Oh
off
my
in the
gosh.
thing.
So it was supposed to be a joke, but you're like, dude. Okay, so hey, stick your hand in this machine that's going to cut it off.
Pull up
Oh,
it's
just
called
kidding.
Kingpin. Pull up the poster for them to see.
Oh my god.
It's a funny movie. Like it's not anything like you'd expect. I would recommend it if you haven't seen it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know about that, man.
Have you seen it?
I've seen the cover
I don't
of it.
think
I've
I've
never
seen
seen
it.
it.
It's by the people that made.
I've been seeing it on streaming a lot here lately. I think my mom
Woody's
might
young in that one.
Yeah, those people made the movie Dumb and Dumber. There's something about Mary.
Year
then
after
that.
I was born, dude.
That poster is very
1996.
reminiscent of both those movies.
Yeah.
Holy
Have you watched it?
No.
Have you seen that poster though?
I don't think so.
But you all seen it though. You
I haven't seen
But David
it, no.
has?
I've seen the
I've not seen the
cover
movie.
of
But the poster or the as you're scrolling through, yeah, if it's really funny, but it's kind of gross out funny though. If you like that kind of humor,
Raunchy comedy.
yeah, it's wrong.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is raunchy.
No holds barred.
It is very
Kind of
raunchy.
like Blank Man.
Yes,
Yep.
I have that on DVD.
I said to my mom.
Oh, Blank Man. Have you watched it before?
Yeah.
Do you
my
think
mom-
it's
my
funny?
Mom had it on DVD. Yeah.
It's hilarious. You would never be able to make a movie like that now, though.
No,
But it's hilarious.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's why I'm not trying to get too far into what it's about.
Right. He does turn into he does fight crime though. That's one thing that he does.
It looks very familiar, but I don't know if I've seen it or not.
Yeah, he's a Down syndrome superhero.
An African American Down syndrome
Yes,
superhero.
sir.
So one of the
That's
first
Of course, it's him.
Yeah, like she said, of course it's Damon
Yeah.
Wayans.
yeah. It is funny though. I mean the last time I
Major
watched it I
Payne.
remember laughing.
Yeah, literally any role that Damon Wayans played in, you could not. He can
can't
bring
be
that stuff
taught.
back today.
Yeah.
There's
He-
a lot of movies from our
Just
past that they
this.
could not bring back today.
No, well, Damon Wayans is in a good movie, a good Bruce Willis movie called The Last Boy Scout. Have you all watched that?
Oh yeah, where that kid they're playing football at the beginning of it, and that kid gets shot right on the field.
Yeah, he commits suicide right
He
on
also
the
did a
field.
good one with Adam Sandler.
Bulletproof.
Mm-hmm.
Very few people have heard of that. You're one of the only people that
I
I've
love
been.
that movie.
It's so funny.
Love that movie.
It's so funny.
I don't think I've watched it.
Yeah, it's not like any other Adam Sandler movie.
I'm just, I literally went through and found and watched any and every Adam Sandler movie that I could there for a little while.
I happened to. I saw
Probably
that.
My favorite.
I went and saw that on a Monday night at the theater one time when I was a teenager,
Bulletproof, yeah.
and I was the only person in the theater. And anytime I've ever mentioned it, so yeah,
No one.
So you've got your podcast coming up soon.
So yeah.
Coming up.
So you've got your
728.
Yeah,
podcast
28.
coming up soon.
Coming up.
Okay.
Okay.
27, 28.
How long you think you're going to be?
Probably want to try to record an episode next week.
You got all the artwork and stuff.
How long do you think you're going to be?
Okay. I'm excited to hear this.
You got all the
Very
artwork
excited.
and stuff.
Some big anime will be coming
Okay.
in.
I'm excited to hear
April.
this. Very
I want to
excited.
start back the dark place.
Some big
What
anime
about you,
will
Jeremiah?
be coming in
You
April.
coming up with a show
We'll
of
start
yours?
back the dark
Oh,
place.
man, if you
What
want
about
me
you,
to do
Jeremiah?
a show, dude,
if
it'd
you
probably
want-
be sports or music.
Coming up with
One
a
of the
show of
two.
yours.
Okay. Then what would you, if you're doing a sports show?
if you
what
want
would your
sports or music.
like would just be?
Okay. Then what
One
would you, if you're
specific
doing a
sport?
sports show?
No,
What about your
I'll
team?
speak all, dude.
Okay,
Yeah,
would
no,
just be
listen,
one
that's all I do
specific
is
sport?
watch baseball, basketball.
Talk about the team.
I'll speak all, dude.
Okay.
Listen,
Okay.
that's all I do is watch baseball,
Whatever,
basketball, football,
whatever's
hockey.
going on.
I even keep
What's
up with
most
soccer,
important at
the Okay.
tennis, you know.
Whatever,
Like right now,
whatever's going
I'd be
on.
talking about March
What's most
Madness.
important at
Okay.
the time, like if
You know,
know,
maybe talk about what's
like
going
right
on
now,
around the
I'd be
MLB,
talking about March
because they
Madness.
just started up.
Okay.
You
then
know,
I'd-
maybe talk about what's
honestly,
going on
because
around
the
the
draft's
MLB,
coming up April
because they
19th,
just started up.
I'd be talking about
then
the
I'd-
NFL draft.
Honestly,
Who's gonna
because
take
the
who
draft's
needs
coming
who,
up April
Who
19th.
needs what
I'd
position?
be talking about
Right.
the NFL.
No,
Yeah.
play the one from
Who's going to take
2006.
who needs who needs
had the
what
days
position.
of
you
Right.
know.
Oh
No,
yeah,
play the one from
dude.
2006.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Had the days of
What did they call him?
Oh,
Supertron
yeah.
or something?
Dude.
I can't.
Oh my gosh, I forgot
Oh,
about
What is-
that.
what is it- what is it now?
What did they call him? Supertron or something?
Like
No,
whenever
open
football
for-
would start, they
What
had
is-
this-
what is it- what is it
Just
now?
brought back
animatronic.
They used to
They
have
had
metal
that
whenever
robot,
football
yeah,
would
the
start.
fancy robot,
They had
CGI
this
robot on the
little.
screen.
Is
electronic.
it this intro?
That
I
has
see a bunch of robot. It looks like.
dancing robot.
He's like a. He almost looks like a transformer.
Is it this intro? Is it
I
these?
see a bunch of robot. It looks like.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I remember seeing that.
Is
Oh,
it these?
dude, it was great. Oh man, that brings
Okay.
back so much memories. I forgot about it.
I remember seeing that.
Oh,
That's
dude,
it,
it was
that's-
great.
that- that's
Oh,
one of
man,
the
that
best
brings
years
back so
for
much
me.
memories. I
Best
forgot
thing
about
was
that.
Steelers won the Super Bowl that year.
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That was
That's
one of the
best
best
running
years
back
for me.
that
Well,
they could have.
Best
Yeah.
and worst.
Oh, Jerome Bettis.
Yep.
Wasn't that also the year where
Oh,
they had the terrible
Jerome Bettis. Yeah.
Fergalicious
Wasn't that also
halftime
the
show?
year where they
Black
had
Eyed
the terrible
Peas? Was that
Are
the-
you talking about
Fergalicious
was
and
it
halftime
Fergie or
show?
Are you talking about whenever
Oh,
Janet
Black Eyed
Jackson
Peas?
had,
Was that
Are
Well, I
you
remember the
talking
nip
about,
slip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's Janet
Who
Jackson.
was it? Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl that year?
No.
Well, I
that
remember the
was
nip
a-
slip.
I think it
Oh
was.
yeah, that's Janet Jackson.
Who was it? Pittsburgh in
I can't
the
remember.
Super Bowl that year?
No, that was
Like I remember the event, but not the actual game.
The
I can't
last
remember.
Super Bowl that the Steelers won.
Like
was,
I remember the event, but
maybe
not
the
the actual
first or
game.
second year Mike
the
Tomlin
last
was
Super
coaching
Bowl
for 'em.
that the
They
Steelers
beat,
won was the
Arizona.
second.
Okay.
Maybe the first or second year Mike Tomlin was coaching for them. They beat Arizona.
Okay.
Probably the 2009 season, but
2010.
2010
That's a-
when they played the Super Bowl.
Probably the 2009
When-
season, but
2010?
2010
Yeah, that's
when they
19,
played the
yeah.
Super Bowl.
Oh, the Madden 10 cover
What-
where they had
2010?
Fitzgerald
Yeah,
and
that was the Madden.
Roethlisberger.
Oh, the Madden
on
10 cover where they had
Was
Fitzgerald and
Somebody.
Roethlisberger on the cover.
Fitzgerald because he broke that
Was Fitzgerald
weird
or
ass record.
somebody?
Oh,
Somebody.
yeah.
on the
Oh
Steelers.
yeah, he ran like a
Fitzgerald 'cause he broke that
4.2
weird ass
130
record.
Oh,
That speed
yeah.
record.
or 4.2
Oh yeah,
140.
he ran like a four,
No, he
a
ran
4.2 130.
Are you? Oh,
He ran-
or
he ran-
4.2
he ran-
140.
he ran- No, he ran a 40
No,
meter in
he
like
ran
a second and something. Or
Are
it was
you-
like
oh,
super
during
quick.
the game.
He ran a 40
Yeah.
meter in like a second.
I'm trying to find out who
Super freaking.
who was playing at that particular Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Janet Jackson
I'm trying to find out who
and Timberlake.
who was playing at that
Yeah.
particular Super Bowl.
Were you all watching when that happened?
Oh yeah.
in Timberlake?
Yeah.
Were you all
I
watching when that
think there was a
happened?
lot of
Oh, yeah.
2000.
Michael Jackson back then too, so like
I kind of.
for me as a
think
kid, I was like,
2004.
around Michael Jackson.
oh no, Janet.
They
Michael
called it a
sure did
war.
look
It
like
was the
me as a
Patriots.
kid.
They were playing the Panthers.
Patriots and Panthers.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
when they
It was
what's
the
his name,
Patriots.
kicked
They
that
were
50-yard
playing the
field
Panthers.
goal.
Okay.
Patriots and
At the end of
Panthers.
the
Yeah,
game.
that's
Okay.
whenever they
yeah.
what's his name kicked that.
Now I
50-yard
didn't.
field
Did
goal.
you all watch
Okay.
the Super Bowl this time? This past time?
Nope.
I didn't want to. but
No, I didn't.
was
Did
wild.
you all
But
watch
you
the
did.
Super Bowl this past
I
time?
ended up going to watch a
I didn't.
movie. I should have invited you all to
you
go.
did.
I just went by myself.
I
To
ended
watch
up
that
going
movie
to watch
called
a
Heart Eyes.
a movie.
Did you all see the?
Oh,
I should have invited you all to go. I just went by myself.
It wasn't bad.
What's that
I mean, it
movie
wasn't
called?
anything
Heart
spectacular,
Eyes.
but it
Did y'all
wasn't
see
bad.
that?
I showed up there
About it,
till
I ain't seen
like the
it.
9:30
It wasn't
show.
bad. I mean, it wasn't
went
anything
in,
spectacular, but
the guy was
it
like,
wasn't
"Dude,
bad. I showed up
You're
there
the only
till
one here to
like
watch this
9:30
movie.
show,
I said I figured
went
I
in,
would be.
and the guy was like, "Dude,
theater by
you're
yourself?
the only
Yeah.
one." who
Well,
watched
I mean,
this movie."
about 10
I said,
minutes in,
I figured I would
well,
be.
probably 5
So
minutes
you
in,
were
like
in
2 or
the
3
theater
people
by
came
yourself?
in, but
Well, I mean,
Uh,
about 10 minutes in, well, probably
Yeah.
5 minutes in, like 2 or 3 people
and I'd
came.
seen where the score
Just-
of the Super Bowl didn't look like it was going to be that great
Yeah.
of
They were that
a
late.
game.
And I'd seen where the,
So I was like,
the
eh,
score
let's-
on the
let's
Super
do
Bowl
something.
Dude,
didn't look like it was
the
going to be that
Commanders
great of
would've
a
beat the Eagles.
game.
And that championship
So I was like,
game, you know,
let's
the
do something
Commanders
else.
made it to the,
The Commanders
championship
would've
game
beat
with
the
a rookie
Eagles.
quarterback.
And they weren't even expected to even do half that this
No,
season, were
dude,
they?
they
Commanders
were
made it
they
to the
were projected
championship
6
game with a
wins,
rookie
and ended
And
up
they weren't
at
even
four.
expected to even do
And,
half
they
that
won
this
the
season, were
division?
they?
Yeah,
I
they
thought
won
so.
their
Projected
division.
6
They
wins
won their
and
division
ended up
pretty
with
easy,
12.
but when they
And,
got
Did they
to
win
the
their division?
conference
Yeah, they
thought
championship,
so.
won their division. They
Eagles.
won their division pretty easy, but
Band
when
them
they
over
got
their
to
knee.
the conference
That's the
championship,
best way I could
Eagles.
55 to 28
bent them
or
over their knee.
something.
Yeah.
That's
They put up a
that's why I
fight,
could-
man, I guess.
55
just,
to 28.
And then
or
when the
something.
Eagles,
Yeah.
I
they
knew
put
when
up
the
a
Eagles
fight,
beat
man,
the
I guess,
Commanders that bad,
it was just,
they were going to run over the
and then when the
Chiefs.
Eagles
And they did.
I
Well,
knew
did
when the
anybody
Eagles
really
beat
cheer for the
Commanders
Chiefs that much?
dude,
It was like hardly anybody.
No.
People
And they
from
did.
Kansas
Well,
City.
did anybody
People were
really
sick of
cheer
them.
for the
It's-
Chiefs that
this
much?
has been four Super
it was
Bowls
like hardly
in a row
anybody.
they've been in.
Has it really been
Respect
4 in a
to
row?
Kansas City,
Yeah, people are
respect
sick
to
of them.
dude,
It's,
but
this has been 4
they
Super
almost
Bowls in a
won
row
3
they've
in a
been
row.
in.
Has it really been
Respect
4 in a
to
row?
time
Yeah,
in NFL
respect to
history
them,
that
dude.
anybody's ever won 3 Super
They
Bowls
almost
in a row.
won 3 in
And
a
what
row.
are some teams
That
that
would
you would
have
want
been
to
the
see
first
in,
time
other
in
than,
NFL
let's say you
history
could say
that
the
anybody's
Commanders, but
ever
that haven't
won
been in
3
there
Super
in
Bowls.
forever?
I would like
And
to
what are
see
some
the
teams
Browns
that you
in
would
it
want to
'cause they've
see in,
never
other
even made
than,
one.
let's say you could say
I
the
would like to
Commanders,
see
that
the
haven't
Lions
been in
in it
there
The
in
Lions.
forever.
I would like to see the Browns
Absolutely
in it
came
because
on
they've
the
never
last
even
couple
made
years,
one.
and I'd
I would
actually
like to see the Lions in it
Chargers
because
Lions.
they have
talking AFC.
absolutely
Right.
came on
And
the last couple years. And
I would
I'd
also
actually
like to
like
see
to
the
see
Ravens
the
in
Chargers in it too.
Okay.
We're talking
because I've
AFC.
always been
Right.
a Ravens
And
fan, but
I would also like
I
to see the
can't-
Ravens in
dude, my second
Okay.
favorite team is the
because I've always
Steelers.
been a Ravens
Okay,
fan.
but until they get
I
rid of the
can't-
coach,
Dude,
can't
my
pull
second
for him
favorite
no
team
more.
is
That
the
guy's
Steelers.
had long
Okay.
enough
Okay,
to prove.
but
And
until they get
what
rid
he
of
can
the
do,
coach,
and he's had
can't
plenty
pull
of
for him
talent.
no
He's
more.
just
That guy's
not
had
using
long
it.
enough
He's
to
too
prove.
nice.
Yeah.
When
And
you're a
what he
coach,
can
you
do,
have
and he's had
to-
plenty of talent.
You
He's
have
just
to
not
coach first
using
and
it.
be a
He's too
friend
nice.
after
Yeah.
the game.
When
Yeah.
you're a
You
coach,
can't be a
you
friend
have
during
to.
the game.
No,
You've
not at
got-
all.
You have to
or
coach
practice
first
or
and be a
anything.
friend
You've gotta-
after the
You've got to
game.
step up and
You
do
can't be
your
a
job.
friend
Yeah.
during
He's
the
not
game.
No,
doing that.
You've
not at
got
all.
to- or practice
He's
or
just
anything.
made a
You've
bunch
got
of
to. You've got to step up and do
lily
your job.
livers.
Yeah.
And he's not doing that.
Well, you know, last week
He's
and
just
before
made a
we
bunch
wrap up, we briefly mentioned Hulk Hogan and George.
Well, you know,
Foreman.
last week and before we
And not
wrap
long
up,
after
we briefly
the show
mentioned
ended,
Hulk Hogan
probably
and George
when I was sitting here
Foreman.
Yeah.
saving the
And
show
not long after
for the,
show ended,
podcast,
probably when
I
I was
happened to
sitting
read
here
an article that said
saving the
George
show.
Foreman just had died.
for the
Rest in peace, man.
podcast,
So
I happened to read an article that said George
that
Foreman
was
just had
that
died.
was kind of
That's
Rest
shocking.
in peace.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Like you said, David.
That was
he
kind of
needed one
a
last
shock.
shout
yeah,
out.
yeah.
and we gave him that.
Like you
March
said,
21st
David,
is when he died.
He needed one
He
last
was
shout out.
76 years old.
And we gave
We
him that.
gave-
Now there
March
was a fight
21st
of
is when he died.
him and Mike
He was
Tyson.
76 years
when I
old.
was-
Now
we
there was
won.
a fight of
And George Foreman,
him and
I
Mike
won.
Tyson
Like, I remember like
when I was
documentary
the wee
coverage
one.
of it.
yeah, and no
And
one
George
expected
Foreman
George Foreman
won.
to win that
He
fight.
was old, dude.
Yeah.
Documentary coverage of it.
yeah.
I mean, he
no
was
one
probably- he
expected
died at
George Foreman to
76.
win
He was
that
probably
fight.
what,
He
in his
was old,
40s?
dude.
Yeah.
You know what really disappointed me though was
I mean, he
when,
was
Mike
probably
Tyson
died at
and,
76. He was probably what in his
yeah.
40s. You know what really disappointed
That
me
was
though
too
was
much.
was
when
just-
Mike
Dude,
Tyson
he was so
and
tired, man, and I'm surprised he even
yeah.
made it through like that. Dude,
That
I
was
couldn't
too
do
much.
He
that
was
many
just,
rounds of
dude.
boxing.
He was so
I did
tired,
a
man, and I'm
boxing match
surprised
that
he
had
even
one-
made it through like
You know,
that.
three
Dude, I
1
couldn't
minute
do that
rounds.
many rounds
Dude,
of
by the
boxing.
third round,
I did a
I was
boxing match that
honestly
had
about
one.
ready to give up. Dude.
Really?
It was
3
just-
1 minute rounds.
You don't
Dude, by the
realize
third
until you
round,
get in there.
I was
It's one
honestly
thing
about ready to
swinging
give
just
up.
with
Really?
your hands in a street
You
fight
don't
or
Yeah.
realize
something,
until
but
you get in
go
there.
and- go
It's
somewhere and
one
fight
thing
for 3
swinging
minutes
just with your
16-ounce
hands in a
gloves
street
on
fight or
each.
Yeah.
something, but
Dude, you're
Go
going
And, and
Go
there's
somewhere
5,000
and fight
people's
for 3
cheering him
minutes.
on.
16
yeah,
ounce gloves
5,000
on each
people,
hand.
and I mean,
Dude, you're
20,000
going-
and
on
there's 5,000
pay-per-view.
people's
It's-
cheering
yeah.
him on.
It's
Yeah,
weird,
5,000.
Well, I
people
watched it on the
I
on the
mean,
Facebook
20,000
Live,
on
and
pay-per-view.
I watched a lot of it
it's
on
weird,
there.
dude.
Well, I watched
which was
it on
fun
the
to
on
watch,
the
but I
Facebook
also
Live,
enjoyed watching
and,
your all's promos.
I watched
Oh,
a lot of
the
it on
promos were
there,
the funnest part,
which
dude.
was fun
That's
to
the
watch.
only
But I
reason
also
got
enjoyed
up there,
watching
dude.
your all's.
Why? Because of the promo?
Oh, the
Yeah.
promos were the
They-
funnest part.
you know,
dude.
my promo
That's the only
was,
reason I got to fight
pretty
there. dude.
goofy. But,
Why? Because of the promo?
Yeah.
I had
They-
Justin
you know, my
Gent,
promo
Josie
was,
Collins,
pretty
and,
goofy, but,
Nathaniel Lawson.
I had
they were all,
Justin
you know, we
Gent,
all went up
Joseph
there and fought.
Collins and
Right.
And the
Nathaniel
same
Lawson.
So
They were all, all, we all went up there and
promo
fought.
video starts out
Right.
with me
And the same one.
with a
so-
bottle of whiskey in my hand.
My
I take a big
promo
gulp
video
of it,
starts out
and
with
I'm
me
like, it's Bullfrog Premium
with a bottle of whiskey in my
376,
hand.
and I
take a big
didn't
gulp
even
of
have a
it,
nickname
and
at
I'm
the time.
like,
That's just what I
Bullfrog Premium from
wanted to
127.
call myself.
Okay.
So
I
that's what
just-
people
I
started
didn't even
calling
have a
me.
nickname
Dude,
at the time. That's just what
I was just a fill-in.
wanted to
and
call
some
myself.
guy
So
Okay.
that's what people started
came
calling
in.
me. Dude,
Joshua Thacker was his
I was
name.
just a
He
fill-in.
made a promo
And
video.
some guys,
and everybody.
That was your
saying-
opponent, wasn't
yeah,
it?
Joshua Thacker
Everybody
was
started
his name.
making fun of
He
him
made
and stuff,
a
and I
promo
was like,
video.
well, Dude, I
and
was like,
everybody.
That was your
started
opponent,
making-
wasn't
yeah,
it?
I was like, he
Everybody
looks like he
started
can fight a
making
little
fun
bit.
of him
I
and
didn't
stuff, and I
think
was
he
like,
looked
well,
like he
dude,
could
I was
I
like,
didn't think so
y'all
either.
don't think
So
he
I
can
called
fight. I
him
was like,
out.
he
I'm
looks
not
like he
gonna
can
lie
fight
to
a little
you.
bit.
I
So
should've
did you-
called somebody
So this is
I
how
didn't think
you
so
you and
either.
his
Yeah.
fight
So I
got
called
set
him
up?
out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to
It
you.
was-
I
So did
should've
you-
called
It was a
somebody.
wild
So this is how
story,
you
dude,
and
but
his
they-
fight got
they
set
told
up?
me
Yeah.
about 3 days
It was-
before the fight.
It
that
was
I-
a
I
wild
had to
story,
fight
dude.
if
But
I
they
wanted it.
they
I
With
told
him.
me about
I was
3
like,
days
how much do I
before
win
the
if I
fight.
lose? And
that
the
I-
dude
I had
literally
to
laughed
fight
at
if
me.
I
He was
won.
like, "If
With
we
him.
lose?"
I was like,
I was
how
like,
much
yeah,
do
he's
I
like,
win
you
if I
won't get
lose? And
nothing.
the dude laughed at me.
I was like, "Are you
"Dick, if
kidding me?
lose."
Everybody,
I
like,
was like, yeah, he's
everybody
like, you
gets
don't
something."
get
How much do you win if you won?
I was like,
Okay.
are you kidding me?
Yeah, but
Everybody,
he
like,
did pay for my
everybody
hotel room.
gets
too,
something.
How
so
much
I gotta
did-
get
how
it.
much
What did you have to go to, West Virginia? Was it
okay?
It was
Yeah,
in
but he did pay for my hotel room too. So
Williams.
I gotta get
What
Okay.
did you have to go to, West Virginia?
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was March 4th,
Williams.
2020.
Okay.
We fought in the
So 2 years ago,
Yeah.
a little over
Okay.
2 years. Wow,
It was,
it's hard to
March
believe
4th,
that. Now, were you and Josh
So
Thacker
2 years ago.
Yeah.
A little over 2 years.
like
Wow.
Yeah.
you all were really enemies to
Now,
begin
were
with?
you and Josh
Dude,
Thacker?
Our little, when we had
Like,
the weigh-ins,
you all weren't
and
really
the
enemies to
sit-down
begin with.
house,
Yeah.
we got
Dude,
into a
our
little shoving.
little,
I saw
you know, when we had the
directly after,
weigh-ins
man. We
and
went
the
up each
stare
other,
downs and
you
stuff.
know,
Yeah.
We got
high
into
So
it.
you all were just doing it for
I
the
saw
camera.
Dude,
Yeah.
directly after
Theatrics.
It
we
was
went up.
exactly. That's what. Dude,
High five.
So you all were
99%
just doing it for the
of
camera.
stuff is in
Yes.
it.
It
Theatrics.
was,
If you don't
exactly.
get people
That's
watching
what,
it, that's
dude,
how you get
99%
people,
of that
watching it,
stuff.
views. And
Yes.
and get people to buy
Was
it.
that
If
the
you
first
don't
year
get
they did
people
it?
Watching it. That's how
Yeah.
you get
I thought
I
so.
was the first
watching
ever
the views
main
and
event winner
get
for
people to
Redneck.
buy
Was that the first year they did it?
Anybody
Yeah.
listening?
I thought
I was
so.
the first ever main event winner.
Did they do it?
Brawl, so
Have they done it since then?
anybody listening,
Yeah,
keep
dude,
that
they've
in
had.
mind.
They're on their.
They didn't do it this time, did they?
Did they do it?
Did they do it?
Have they done it
20,
since then?
25 yet?
Yeah, they've done two.
They're on their
Okay.
They didn't do it this time, did
Or
they?
no, in 2025.
Did they do it
they've done
2025
one. They
yet?
had one
Yeah,
in,
they've done two.
Okay.
But not.
January.
Or no,
And
no.
was that the same place in
2025
West
they've done
Virginia?
one. They
Or
had
different
one
place?
No, they've had
But not
it
in
West
the same
Virginia,
place in West
Cincinnati,
Virginia? different place?
Georgia,
No,
Tennessee,
they've had it in West Virginia,
and
Cincinnati,
then they came back to Williamson,
Georgia,
and then they had
Tennessee.
another one in somewhere
and
else
then
in
they came
West
back to
Virginia.
Williamson.
But, the next one,
And then
dude,
they had
we
another
keep trying to
one
get
in,
them to come up here to UVA Wise,
somewhere else in West
where they
Virginia.
play basketball.
Yeah.
The next one, dude, we keep
Dude,
trying to
it
get them to
sits,
come
what,
up here. to
6,000
UVA
people?
I think so.
Where they play
I
basketball.
don't know
Yeah.
why they won't bring it over here, dude.
Dude,
Maybe
it sits,
Virginia
what,
has
6,000
strict
people?
I think so.
boxing laws.
Maybe.
I don't
Could
know
be.
why they won't bring it
Because
over here.
Virginia is a
Maybe
pretty
Virginia
strict,
has,
yeah, strict state.
Maybe.
So
Could
yeah,
be.
that was
Virginia.
that was
is a
fun.
pretty
How long did
strict-
you train for that?
Yeah, strict state.
Dude, like I said, I mean, I was
So yeah,
training
that was
for about 2 months.
that was fun.
with,
How long did you train
my
for
other
that?
buddies.
Dude, like I
Like I
said,
said, dude,
I
I
was
only
training
had like 3
for
days
about 2
before I
months
knew I
with
had to fight.
Right.
my
So
other buddies.
after, basically,
Like
after
I said,
figured
dude,
out
I
I
only
had
had
to fight,
like
I
3
told Jen, I
days
was like,
before
dude,
I
I don't
knew I
want to
had
go
to
in there
fight.
like sore as crap,
After
man. Like
basically
I have been for
after
the
I
last
figured
couple
out I had
months
to fight,
working
I
out
told
for y'all.
Jen, I was like,
I was
dude,
like,
I don't
I think
want to
I'm
go in
just
there like
gonna
sore
chill
as
out
crap,
until
man.
the
Like I
fight.
have
He
been
was
for the
like,
last
dude,
couple
you're
months
stupid,
working
you're
out for
stupid,
y'all.
don't do
I was like, I
that.
think I'm
And
just gonna chill out
it
until
didn't hurt me.
the fight.
Right.
I was like, dude, you're
How many
stupid.
promos did you make?
Two.
2.
Yeah.
Now, what we need to do for fun,
How many
I think
promos
we need
did you
to,
did you make?
I think that should be. We should do.
What we need to do
we
for
should
fun-
We should each make
I think we need to
pre-recorded promo
I think that should
videos,
be,
Oh,
we
yeah.
should
as
do-
if we were going to
we
be.
should each make
You
pre-recorded promo
know,
videos.
no,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
As
Yeah,
if
I think
we
that
were
would
gonna
fun to
be-
do.
That would.
We did it one time with. We had
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
do these
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
recorded, like.
We did it one time with
trying to
we
get a
had
date.
people do these
We did some of those
recorded,
sometimes.
Okay.
Those were really fun.
like
pickups.
yeah,
trying to get a date.
we had the listeners
we did-
send
we
in
did some
you know
of
some
those
of theirs as
sometimes.
well.
Okay.
So that was really
Like
fun. Maybe we can do that.
pickups.
Yeah. We
So,
had the listeners.
It is
send in,
11:36
some of
on
theirs as
Friday,
well,
March
so that was fun.
28th,
So maybe we can do that.
2025 on the Other People's Show.
So
on
it is
92.5
11:36 on
WLSD
March
1220 AM
2025 on
and
the other people's show on
WLSDradio.com.
92.5.
Please check out all the social media.
WLSD
Facebook,
12:20
Spotify,
a.m.
YouTube,
and
TikTok, and Instagram, the Other People's
WLSUradio.com.
Show.
Please check out all the
Next
social
week,
media.
we're going to be diving
Facebook,
into
Spotify, YouTube,
Kiss of the
TikTok,
Dragon
and
on Real
Instagram,
Talk.
the Other People's Show.
That'll be really good.
Next week,
Yeah,
we're going to be
I'm
diving
I'm
into
excited about that
Kiss
one.
of the Dragon on Real
And
Talk.
I think we choose. Well, there's a reason we're the
Yeah,
number one
I'm
movie
ex-
show.
I'm
in
excited
Virginia.
about that one.
That's because we choose.
And I think we
Interesting movies,
choose.
and
Well, there's a
we're good
reason
at
we're the
doing
number
our
one movie
job.
show in Virginia. That's
So we do want to give a shout out
interesting.
to. You want to give a shout out?
We're good at
Oh,
doing
yes.
Let's not forget that. You want this? You want
So
this?
we do want to give a
I
shout
completely
out
forgot about that.
to. You want to give a shout out?
Oh
yes.
Let's not forget that. You want
so
this? You want
sorry.
this?
I
I
kinda
completely
botched
forgot
this
about
one.
that.
It started at 10 o'clock
all right,
tonight,
guys, so,
but you still may be able.
I kinda
Ground
botched this
Zero,
It started
in
at 10 o'clock
Spartanburg,
tonight,
South Carolina.
but you still
One
may
of my
be
good
able
buddies, Bernie
Ground
Ortega,
Zero
he's
in
playing in a band
Spartanburg,
called
South
Scattered
Carolina.
Souls.
One of my
they're-
good buddies, Fernie Ortega.
I wouldn't even know how to
he's
explain
playing
their
in a
genre.
band called
Right.
Scattered
It's
Souls.
very unique and it's
they're-
very good. If you like,
I
if
wouldn't
you
even
like
know how to
metal
explain
or
their genre,
doom,
but it's very
sludge,
unique and it's
anything
very
like
good.
that,
If you like,
great band
if
to
you like
listen
metal
to.
or
And another
sludge,
band I wanted to
anything
shout
like
out,
that,
two of them.
great band
Old
to listen
Jim
to.
and Season
And
of the Witch.
another
If I'm not
another band I
mistaken,
wanted
it's
to
April
shout out, two of them.
19th at,
Old Jim and Season of
the
the Witch.
Hideaway.
If I'm not mistaken, it's April
Two
19th
very good bands.
at,
I work with a guy.
The Hideaway.
Tyler. is
Two
that who's
very
been training
good
in
bands
the group?
I've worked with.
Tyler.
Shit,
What's his
Tyler,
name?
is that who's been training in the
Underwood.
group?
Tyler Underwood.
Tyler,
and a guy I used
uh,
to play in. I played in a couple bands
his
with
last
him.
name?
John Ravella, and then
Underwood.
there's a guy
Tyler
named,
Underwood and a guy I used
Grayson
to play in.
Mullins.
I played in a
They
couple
play in a
bands
band
with him.
called
John
Old
Ravella,
Jim,
and then there's
and
a
they're
guy
playing
named
with Season of the Witch.
Grayson
at
Mullins. They
I
play in a
think at
band
the
called
Hideaway.
Old
At the Hideaway?
Jim.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
they're playing with
Two
Season
very
of the
good
Witch.
bands. Season
at
of the
the-
Witch is a
I think
know,
at the
more
Hideaway.
At the Hideaway?
Yeah.
stoner doom metal.
Two very
Yeah.
good
Old
bands.
Jim
Season of
is
the Witch is a a more stoner
sort of
doom
the
metal.
same, but they
Yeah.
get they get a
Old
little
Jim
heavier
is-
Okay.
on some songs.
Okay.
So two
Sort of
very
the
good
same, but
bands
they
to
get
check
they
out.
get a little heavier.
And
Okay.
Scattered
Some songs.
Souls
Okay.
for sure
So,
too, man. Give them,
two very
give all
good
of them a
bands to
follow.
check
we need
out.
to,
And
The-
Scattered
the-
Souls for sure too, man. Give
the
all
scene
of them a
around
follow.
here,
We need
music
to,
scene
you know,
around here, the
the-
local scene
the-
is finally starting to get a
the scene around here,
again.
Yeah.
music scene
You
around
know, we got
here, the
Box
local
Boys
scene is finally
Productions that
starting
my,
to get a
my
kickstart
buddy John.
Yeah.
pretty
we
much
got
takes care
Box
of.
Boys Productions that my
They,
my
they're
buddy,
always trying to
John
find shows for
pretty
local
much
bands.
takes care
So
of.
if you need,
They
a show,
they're
got a
always
new
trying to
band
find
starting
shows
up,
for
or
local bands.
even if you're
so
just
if you
solo
need
act,
if you
hit
need
him
a
up,
show,
I'm sure
you got a
he'll
new
set
band
you up.
starting
Yeah,
up.
reach out to us too.
Even if you're just
we'll
solo
definitely
act,
we'll
hit
definitely
him
give
up,
you a
I'm
listen
sure
and see
he'll
what we can
set
do. But
you
yeah,
up.
we meant to
Reach
mention
out
that
to us,
earlier.
too.
I just happened to turn over the
Definitely,
sheet and saw
we'll
that on the
definitely
back,
give you a
so
listen
please
and
check out
see
those
what we can
bands.
do.
and
But yeah, we meant to
support
mention
them.
that earlier.
And thank
I
you
just
for
happened to
tuning
turn
into
over the
show.
sheet and saw that on the
Jeremiah,
back, so
David,
please
anyone
check out
have
those
any-
bands and
anything else to
support
say?
them. And
Oh
thank
yeah,
you for
David's
tuning
got
into the
his
show.
big
yeah.
anime
David,
starting
anyone
very
have
soon. We're going to
anything
try
else
to
say?
probably within the next
Oh
week
yeah,
or so.
David's got his
So,
big
be
anime
looking forward to
starting
that,
very
and you all
soon.
have a
We're
good
going
night.
to try to probably within the next week or so. So be looking forward to that, and you all have a good night.